advertising. It seems that the Democrats have kind of picked up on some idea that we talked about in here in a different form, but they're talking about trying to create a people's cabinet. So maybe we can discuss that more in a different room, because we're wrapping up today. I'll bring that for tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Andrea.
And also,
all right, let's go.
Have you heard from David?
No, we haven't heard from David, and I want to get to Scotty. Let's go to David, and then Scotty's busy today, so
Ben, I have the feeling I hadn't agreed with Dr. Francine. Dr. Francine, all my life to have a wonderful time, have a wonderful day.
Great, thanks, Bruiser. All right, go ahead, David, and then Scotty. David Jacobson?
Yeah, I'll try to keep up the theme with how sinister this bill is, and particularly because the cuts don't take effect right away, and how that delayed nature is the politician's way out. To not be accountable is to not be up for election by the time or to have their career, on some form of cruise control. So we really have a sinister system that does sinister things. In the form of the oligarchy. So I've maintained that Bernie's message all along was the Elon Musk is going to steal from you to get rich, and it still maintains. So if we could just talk about the delayed nature of how these bombs are basically poison pills in the future in the budget, and they seem insignificant because the Fed can't take it into account right now because it hasn't hit yet, right?
Right. Okay. Thanks, David. All right, Steve Crone, did you have any closing comment, pearls of wisdom?
Carry on.
Okay. All right, so we are down to our last two. Rick Sanchez, you're up.
Yeah, well, I don't have any answers, but I think as individuals, the best thing we can do is find a small group that's aligned with our values and really concentrate on no more than 3 things. If there's 3 groups that you work with, if you spread yourself too thin, we really dilute everything. Because if you can take those 3 groups and then start moving them to join forces with other groups, and that in itself is a challenge, because they're all competing for the same small donations. So that's a challenge, but we need to start getting these small groups coordinated. It's called a coordinated campaign. The Republicans are extremely good at coordinated campaigns. We are not. And when they work brilliantly, but it does take a lot of work. And a lot of it's kind of just tedious, making phone calls, writing letters, and even within small groups, you're going to have a lot of discussions about how to do things and trying to win over people. You do have to make compromises, and that's just part of life. And we need to learn how to compromise better. And so anyway, this is the time to organize, because we have to be recruiting candidates now. We really have to get these things in motion and stop. We have to create the plans now and really put them into motion, because the next election is just around the corner. And if we don't change things in this next election, it's going to be much more difficult for us. So get to work. I know it's overwhelming right now. It's frustrating. It's flying. I just saw today my wife sent me a thing that there's now a Donald Trump fragrance.
Oh, Jesus. And it looks like an Academy Award statue.
$249, and it has the musky scent